Hello, 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 Labadina, and even Jane Dobbsy. I am a skilled writer and I ensure accuracy without omitting any important details. For regular Belarusian viewers, there will be nothing new today, but for foreigners, everything. Therefore, today I will speak in languages understandable to Europe and the USA. Thanks to artificial intelligence, since ordinary intelligence doesn't work for European and American leaders, I am Marat Markov, a journalist and the head of a TV channel in Belarus. Europe and America have deprived our TV channel and our journalists of the right to express their own opinion and practice their profession. She enforced an information embargo on all media platforms in Belarus.
These platforms, reacted, and now almost all of us are in the so-called shadow ban, both on Facebook and on YouTube. These same notes that appeared on our pages. As soon as we had one after another million-dollar stories, and after these events in Ukraine, they immediately started removing us from trends, promotions, and started putting labels on Facebook that you did not pass verification of stories there.
Can we concur that this is an exemplification of true democracy in action? By the way, this is the interview after which I became dangerous for the European Union, for Great Britain and America with Canada.
And you turn off the camera, otherwise they will say later that something was added to Roman. Yes, they were poisoned.
No, what are you talking about? They inject truth in the KGB and laughter.
Only the main character of this discussion, or main character, has been free for a long time, married, working, and living. However, for journalists and politicians in Europe and the United States of America, this is no longer of interest.
I would like to express my utmost gratitude primarily to the President of our country, Alexander Grigorievich, on a personal level, as it is his decision that deserves my sincere thanks. Of course, I want to thank the whole country and really many people who believed in me, believed in my sincerity, believed that people can admit their mistakes.
So Belarus is a nation where bears do not roam on the streets, but ordinary individuals do walk around like any other place. Europe and the US have been imposing continuous sanctions on Belarus for 26 years. However, unemployment remains low, the streets are peaceful and clean, the crime rate is minimal, and the stores are filled with goods and products. Our parents are not afraid to let children out alone, and it is safe for women at any time of the day.
And in any type of clothing.
By the way, Belarus has extremely beautiful women. Our president is referred to as Batka, a term that translates to father. And this is not the Godfather. We do not have oligarchs, mass corruption, huge differences between social classes. In this area, you will not see homeless individuals sleeping on the central streets near luxury segment stores, which is a common sight in many cities. And after achieving independence, we did not sell our finest enterprise to private individuals. And we have affordable gas, and we offer electricity for sale. And our employees persist in working at their respective enterprises. Our productions did not collapse and did not go to the United States. And you probably still remember what giants there were in Germany, for example. But many European countries lack their own fathers. They only have hired leaders who disregard their citizens and don't care about them. In Belarus, Victory Day is still celebrated, but there are no parades for the LGBT community. And not because we aren't tolerant, we simply have different values and priorities. We recall our history, and the memory of veterans and their achievements is significant to us. It is important for us not to forget that every third Belarusian died in the Great Patriotic War, and Minsk was completely destroyed.
The number of casualties in Belarus reached 2,200,000 as German fascists, with the support of nationalists, caused the destruction of a vast population. Observe, individuals were engulfed in flames of fire.
We built our cities brick by brick and let representatives of the LGBT community build their own relationships. We are tolerant if these relationships are not imposed on us. Yes, we have officially enshrined in the Constitution that family is the union of a man and a woman. So the Belarusians themselves asked, and it is important for us. And thank God they didn't ask to come up with something new, godless. By the way, concerning God, different religions peacefully coexist with us. We have temples, churches, and mosques in our community. No one is displacing Christianity with us. We celebrate 2 Christmases and 2 Easters, Orthodox and Catholic. We do not have any excuse or justification for engaging in zoophilia, pedophilia, and Satanism. We do not persecute parishioners and priests for their faith and do not destroy temples, as it is done in Ukraine. Nothing sacred is about Belarus. European politicians tried to cancel us for dispersing allegedly peaceful demonstrations, even though similar demonstrations are dispersed on a daily basis in their own countries. Borders and sky closed, but we didn't close ourselves. Visa-free entry for neighbors, everyone can come to Belarus, draw their own conclusions. Ready to warm everyone up, children from Donbass, Jews, Palestinians, Ukrainians, Americans.
It's very enjoyable here, cool, no conflict. It is frightening there, so you must be fearful of everything. There is no conflict here, there is extremely stunning scenery, there are typical roads and water sources.
You listen to them and here often your heart is filled with blood. And when you see their bright eyes, hear their laughter, of course, you think, oh my God, I am a happy person that I can participate even a drop in their fate. It is truly a privilege to be able to contribute, even in a small way, to their lives.
Maybe we are a little conservative and calm, but without double standards. If we agreed, then we do not deceive partners. And we ensure strict compliance with the signed agreements, don't we? Mrs. Merkel, Alan Poroshenko, we always honor our commitments and uphold our end of the deal.
Everyone, in order to destroy something even worse, signed this order. In my opinion, simply through the Minsk process, if we recall the situation in Debaltsevo between 2014 and 2021, then this period was very beneficial for Ukraine, but it did not succeed in putting an end to the war. Currently, Ukraine has the capability to respond and is receiving the necessary support to address the situation effectively and work towards a resolution.
Belarusians go to space, people stay in art and science, team does unique surgeries. Our are one of the best in IT. And we also have storks, bison, and endless forests and lakes. And most importantly, peaceful people. We don't want to fight, but we will defend ourselves if you attack us.
Если только вы посмеете нанести удар, как они планируют, по Гомелю на юге, по Мозырскому нефтеперерабатывающему заводу, по аэропорту-аэродрому в Лунинце или Бресту, ответ будет мгновенный. Мгновенный, просто в 1 секунду. Чем ответить у нас есть. Это мои полномочия. Это мои функции как президента защищать свою землю.
And yes, we are not Russia. If you have a poor understanding of geography, we are Belarus. The Russians are our valuable allies, and our deep bond with them makes us blood brothers. And we possess an all-weather and comprehensive strategic partnership with China. We are aware of how to love, be friends, and appreciate those who support us in times of sorrow and joy. And if you desire, refer to me as a propagandist. I will promote love for my country and foster good relations with neighbors and countries beyond our borders. Easier to deceive than to convince people they have been deceived. Nevertheless, I will give it another try. In this era, truth must be sought. If you desire it from the first person, and certainly, in the absence of counterfeits, you should proceed to this location. And in conclusion, 3 years ago, Belarus came close to going down the same path as Ukraine. Only our president stayed loyal to the security forces, the people, and the country, ensuring stability and unity. We saved Belarus, and most importantly, we saved the lives of hundreds of thousands of people from Belarus. And you, citizens of Europe, should take another careful and thoughtful look at your politicians. Then once again proceed with caution and care. Then recall De Gaulle, Schroeder, Churchill, or at the very least Berlusconi, and ensure you make the right choice based on their experiences and leadership qualities. And then simply come and visit us in person to ensure that we made the correct choice too, just like you did when making your decision. And the truth will always find its way. And today it is generated for you by artificial intelligence. And tomorrow someone from Europeans and Americans will approach her with their own perspective.